If you're single and you had enough of mingling and you want to find love, I've got Linda Lee with me.
Hello.
Dating embodiment coach.
Yes.
Ew. So we're going to be giving you some tips around how to find love, which is really exciting. So like I've been single for about 6 months, right? So I'm 39.
Yeah.
And I must say that the last time I was single, which was a long time ago, so it was about 12, 13 years ago, was the last time I was single.
Yes.
The dating scene seems way different. I mean, the dating apps has really changed things. But there seems to be like kind of like a crisis or a panic to do with finding love. And I don't know if I'm reading that wrong from just based off the feedback that I'm getting.
Yeah.
Do you think that is? And I'm kind of like, has it always been there? Or is it just because I'm older now, I'm seeing things differently? Is it the dating apps have caused it? What's your thoughts on all that?
Yes, there is a crisis. I think there's always been
I
think there's always been a crisis.
Yeah.
Just we have more access to information now. So there's more ways in which we can compare, look at the things we don't have. There's more ways to complain publicly about the issues that we're facing. And I think we're a lot more vocal about the experiences we're having versus way back when. And the biggest one of all, our expectations have changed.
What do you mean exactly by that?
Well, I just think back to the days where you get courted by the guy down at the local village and...
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
One of those good days, you know? Why can't we bring those back?
I'd say that they had their issues of their own.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it was a simpler time. You had less choice, or the illusion of choice anyway. You get stuck with a person and you've got two choices. Either you're going to be miserable with that person or you find a way to make it work. They're kind of your two options.
So you think that's what it is? It's because we've got so much choice now because of the dating apps. It's kind of throwing things around, like people are going, oh, I can just like, all right, if I'm not liking this, I've got so many more options. So why am I going to commit to this and go through the shit and try and work this out? And like I got this big pool of people over there.
That's
a big thing.
one of the issues.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things, hey?
Yeah, really. I could probably list 10 issues off the top of my head, but that's one of the paradox of choice.
What's like another thing?
Oh, goodness. How long have we got?
Well,
I think,
this is a short podcast. It's only gone for like 10 minutes, you know?
Yes. All right. I think so the second is probably the expectations of what a partnership has totally shifted. So this notion of I want this person to be my best friend and I want them to be my lover and I want them to be my therapist and I want them to make me laugh and I want them to be spontaneous and romantic and passionate and stable and be a financial provider and be a great parent to our future family. You want everything encased in this one person. And there's still this tug of war between what the roles are. What is the masculine role and the feminine role? It's totally tipped on its head. Yeah. That's another major thing. So women now, a lot of my clients I speak to are looking for emotional intelligence over the financial provision. But what I observe in a lot of my male clients is they're still wanting that financial security because they go, well, then I'm ready for a relationship.
They're wanting, the male themselves is wanting financial security.
Yes.
As in they've built financial security.
To feel like they're coming to the table to provide something.
Sure. I mean, I'm talking about me here.
Yeah.
And looking for, because I'm kind of like, right now, I'm not looking for my love. Do I want it? 100%. But I kind of feel in my mind where I'm like, I just need to get a little bit more financially sorted. So 100% on that. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Well, actually, that raises a question for me. So how do you know it's something that you want, but you're not looking for it, you know?
You talking about love?
Yeah.
How do I know that I want love but I'm not looking for it? Well, I mean, it's kind of like I just feel with life, me having a girl that I'm deeply in love with, that's just like my vision. Like I couldn't imagine me being single. Right now, because I'm fresh out of it and because I've been in a relationship for so long, it's like I've got all this freedom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying the freedom of it. But I ultimately don't want that. Like I don't want to be like this with all different girls for the rest of my life. Like I want one girl. So like I love to do that. So I want more kids. I've got a son.
Yes.
And I obviously need a girl for that. Yeah. So I don't want to be having multiple kids with multiple girls. So yeah, like it's how do I know that what was the original, do you remember the original question?
How do you know that you want it, but I guess are not looking for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that answer the want part?
Yes.
The looking thing is more the timing, just because of, it's only been 6 odd months since I've, split with my ex. We've still got a house together.
Okay.
Where our relationship's really good. We're in our life a lot right now. And I just feel if I had this girl come in, I wouldn't feel right because it's almost like I would have to kind of push my ex away. But right now I don't want to because we're going through a divorce and because our relationship is good. We're there to support each other. So in an ideal world, which I know the world's not ideal,
Yes.
I just want a little bit of time, and especially with selling the house, I feel that will be like a next level of separation for us. But saying that, if she rocked up,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just from if you look on my dating profile, I've literally said that. I've literally said, this is the situation. I'm just doing a short-term thing, but hey, if the right girl rocked up, I'm not going to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that approach.
thanks.
And I like the awareness around not being ready, not having everything you want set, ready to go.
Yep.
Which comes back to that financial piece.
Yeah, do you know what I'm realising now? This is
Yeah.
going to end up being a counselling session for me. You! I got a free counselling session. This is my plan the whole time. Yeah, come back to the finance.
Coming back to the finance, what I've experienced with a lot of clients is it's an illusion. This readiness thing is actually most of the time an illusion. I liked the last sentence you said. If the right girl rocked up, you're not going to say no to it because truth is you'd make yourself ready. You do what you need to do to be ready for that person if that person rocked up. But yes, I have a lot and it's male and female clients. So until this, and this is set, I'm not ready to date. And I challenge that because I don't think you're ever fully ready. There's lots of growth that only happens in relationship. Yep. And the number of people that go, I've just invested the last 6 months of my life doing yoga and meditation and being present and I feel so good.
Yeah.
And the minute they meet someone they like, all their old patterns come back and suddenly they're right back in the thick of it. And they're like, oh my gosh, I haven't done the healing. Let me go back and do the healing. No, the healing happens in relationship with the other person.
So what do you think, are they doing all the meditation, the yoga and stuff like that to, like they kind of think that they're healing? Is that like what they're doing?
They might be spending really good quality time with themselves, but you're removing triggers. It's really easy to not be triggered in solidarity.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's really easy to be peaceful if my day just entails getting a cup of coffee and doing yoga. And there's no one there irritating me or making me reflect upon myself. I'm zen.
Yeah. So are you saying that as in they go out there and, do all this self-love building stuff, filling up the cup, and then they're kind of like, now I'm feeling ready for it.
Yes, now I'm ready.
But not knowing that all their stuff that they had, which they think they've gone, that's all going to come back when that new partner comes in.
Correct.
Yeah, that's such a big one.
If you're looking for love, then what you are really wanting to heal is, okay, how do I approach romantic relationships?
Yep.
Why am I attracted to what I'm attracted to? Have I done the autopsy on my past relationships and have a deep understanding of why that didn't work? Am I really clear on my boundaries going into the next relationship?
Yep.
Do I know what I want the day-to-day to feel like in my body? So if you're desiring a relationship you've never experienced before, what's your plan for attracting that?
Yeah.
And how are you going to know when that's actually in front of you? Or is it just some romantic notion that you've seen in a movie or heard in a song?
I mean, I think this is going good. I think we just kind of do what we're doing here. This is kind of good combo. So with me, right, I would say I'm a very aware person, self-aware person. So with me, with love, it's like two things have got to happen mainly. Obviously, there's got to be love, attraction, right? So physically attracted will be the first thing for me that passes the gate. Am I physically attracted to this girl? Then it goes into the emotional attraction. All right, does she stimulate me? Am I like really like the way she moves, the way her embodiment, how she is? Am I attracted to that? Then the third thing is vision. Are our visions aligned? Do we share similar, like really big values that we have? Do we share those? Do we want the same future? Because I'm very vision led, and if I have a girl that's not into what I'm kind of at and building, then it's not going to work, because like a big part of my life is building this certain vision. So does she have a similar vision to kind of that? Then it's like, all right, this thing's kind of working. You said something where I'm like, what was I going to say there? There's something about me. It'll come to me, but it was just like, it's something to do with improving myself. What you said, how do you know what this woman is, or something like that?
Well, so if it's a relation, if you're aspiring for a relationship that you've never had before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then how will your body really know what that feels like?
Yeah.
Because you've never had it.
How? Do you have an answer to this?
I do.
Yeah, give me a fucking answer. Because you know what I'm doing? I'm like in my mind going, this is what I've been saying lately. And it's good to have you on, because you're probably going to go, look, man, your thinking is wrong. Because my thinking to me has been so on point with finding this love. Because it's almost like my focus in life right now is just to kind of elevate me as a man, to get to what I call a 10 out of 10 man. Because the kind of way I'm looking at it is like, I want a 10 out of 10 woman. So if I'm going to get a 10 out of 10 woman, well, it's subjective, yeah.
Yeah,
so
what's your 10 out of 10 woman?
A 10 out of 10 woman is just like a woman who, I kind of talk about these three areas: health, kind of physical health, emotional kind of health, and spiritual health. So a woman, health is a priority to me, so she's got to be bloody healthy. Number two is emotionally, so she's got to be fairly like emotionally, I don't know, like I guess grounded, living from her heart. I mean, look, we of course we have a fear of caring what people think, but like a decent level of kind of being her, if that kind of makes sense. Like not too extreme with caring what other people think, so she loves herself. Not saying that she doesn't have insecurities, we all do. Does it kind of make sense?
Yes,
like that?
It does.
I just kind of look at her and she feels like a free woman type thing. Like she's just got this energy about her. And then the spiritual thing, for me going through a tough period of my life, like do you believe in God at all?
I'm spiritual.
Spiritual God?
Spiritual universe, divine something.
Hell yeah, I'm on the same page as you, right? So I'm not a religious God, but I'm a spiritual God. I used to be an atheist in my 20s. I used to think anyone who believed, we're on the same page, you know? Did you think that anyone who believed in God or, religious people were like stupid and shit like that?
A little bit. I didn't want to say the word, but yes.
I thought they were idiots, legit. I'd be like, oh my God, these people are so stupid. I went through 5 years. My life basically burnt down. And it's kind of I assume you're going to do the same thing. You go through a really tough time and you're trying to figure it out. You can't figure it out. And then where do you go? You go to God, yeah? You're just kind of like, okay, there's got to be more to this physical world.
Yeah.
It's like, why is this happening to me when you can't find the answers? So I just found that me believing in God, it's made me a better person. It's made me a kinder person. I'm not perfect with the love-hate thing because, there's so much division. It's so easy to hate certain types of people. But I generally do my best to choose love other than hate. Yep. And I think because I pray to God every day, when you have that mindset where it's like, hey, this is what I believe. Life is rigged in our favor. Anything you declare to the world, God, like a genie, says, your wish is my command, Luke. You want an amazing, loving relationship because, for example, when I split with my ex, which she was the love of my life to me, she's like my vision. I hadn't imagined anything but having her. But when that was over, I was like, why? Like, what the fuck? Like, and I'm kind of like, okay, if the rule is that God wants to give me anything, I've declared that I want that amazing love. God said, Luke is wishing my command. I'm going to send you this girl that you're going to think she's the love of your life, and you're going to be together for 12 years, and you're going to have 9 unbelievably amazing years because we were so good. When our kid came along, that's where it all fell down. And then you're going to go through dark times, and you're going to be revealed dark parts about yourselves that you didn't even realize because we hadn't had testing times, and when there was no testing times, we were amazing. When the testing times came, we fell apart. And that revealed things about both of us, which, fuck, I didn't even realize. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I'm kind of looked at it and like, when you look at life like that, you just have meaning, and as opposed to pointing the finger, because I blamed my ex, until I really got into this God thing. It was her fault. It was her fault. Till I realized, like, man, I'm the creator of my life.
Yes.
It's me. Like, what a gift
Yes.
that I sent her. So that's the kind of levels. Physical, emotional, spiritual, very subjective, but that's kind of what I'm feeling.
Would you say at different stages of your life, those 3 categories would have meant something different to you at those stages?
Can you rephrase that question?
So you were saying spiritual, emotional, physical, right? That's the 3 things that you're looking for now.
Yeah.
But let's say Luke 1.0, version 1.0, was probably subconsciously or on some level looking for those things too, but maybe how you looked for those things or what those things meant to you or the criteria to fulfill those things were a bit different back then versus now.
Jeez. I don't know the spiritual stuff. It wasn't even an awareness to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 12 years ago, I was an atheist.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a thing.
So your criteria has been refined.
It's been refined.
Yeah.
The next thing is that when I got into my last relationship, we were both, and the thing why we worked, we were both a bit damaged, but we grew and healed together. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it was almost like, what was I looking for in a girl? I'm attracted to women that are like my mum. I've always been with girls that are like my mum, which are like kind of nurturing, feminine women, yeah. Very family orientated. Like I because family's such an important thing to me, like a woman who's very motherly is an attractive thing to me. So I think I've always said that I'm attracted to women who have qualities like my mum. I haven't really refined it down to these kind of 3 areas that I've got now.
Yeah.
So manly, of me doing these 3 fucking areas. Tick, tick, tick. I definitely had a tick box. I literally had this long list of shit, yeah? Brown hair, brown or hazel eyes. It was very like a physical thing, yeah?
Yeah.
But then it was like, I'd have, do you remember Mandy Moore?
Yes.
Fucking Mandy Moore was like
her.
my biggest crush.
Yeah, she was so wholesome.
Oh, I love Mandy Moore. I used to have Mandy Moore photos on my wall, and I'd be like, that's the girl I'm going to find. It's the girl I'm going to find. And I would say that my ex was very similar. I would say that finding my ex was like a lot of my boxes that I ticked was like tick, 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 tick. She basically ticked everything. She lived in a different state. So that was the only thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't even remember what I was answering, but yeah.
I don't remember either.
By the way, do you have ADHD by any chance? Mm-mm. No? Well, you're good because I do.
Do you?
Yeah. And
so this is so fascinating to me, right? It seems like I'm surrounded by people with ADHD. What does that say about me?
It It's good. I don't know. Do you like people with ADHD?
I actually do. I love
Yeah.
I love the energy and the intense periods of focus, and then the erraticness is quite spontaneous. So I actually have a lot of friends with it, and it makes some really fun friends.
Yeah, no, I agree. I reckon ADHDs are fun people.
Yeah.
So I always enjoy speaking to ADHDs. But I mean, a lot of kind of business owners and entrepreneurs tend to be,
It's true, actually.
because they're,
Yeah, you have me reflecting, and I just came up with a whole list of people that I know who are business owners who have ADHD.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've just had a little counselling session. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I,
don't know, what's your
accidentally
feedback
do that
with all
in my
that type of
life.
stuff?
I do that a lot in life, accidentally. What's my feedback on the things that you've said?
Yeah. I mean, obviously we've got single people watching this, and like they're probably going to be relating to stuff I'm talking about here. So, I don't know.
Well, have you heard the line, people come into your lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime?
Yeah.
So I believe, there were a number of things you said that really resonated with me. So I believe, yes, the universe is always working, conspiring to work in your favor.
Yeah.
You're also always going to be attracting the lessons that you need in this life. So yes, I might say to the universe, I want this incredible, loving relationship, but I'm not yet quite ready for that loving relationship. Even though that's what I desire, everything in my life is not set up yet for that relationship, whether that's healing that I'm yet to do, or whether that's a realization, or whether that's expanding my nervous system's capacity to hold the life and the relationship that I desire. So I will attract what is necessary in order to, let's say, create enough pain that I am motivated to do something about it, or go, something needs to give, something needs to change. Or I need to repeat a pattern enough times to go, oh my goodness, my last 10 partners have all been like this. What is that? I'm done blaming other people, and I'm ready to reflect and go, I'm the common denominator here.
So we're saying this spiritually, subconsciously. You're talking that we're saying this. We're not saying this consciously.
We're not saying it consciously.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody actually wants pain and heartache and the thing is, the way it works as well, the very things we fear, other things will manifest as well. So in a relationship, if our biggest fear is abandonment, guaranteed,
It's coming for you.
You will
coming.
attract that into your life.
Yeah.
Especially because if you fear abandonment and you find someone that you really love, the amount of desperation to cling on to that is going to create a really suffocating environment for that other person.
Why is this so? Yeah, let's unpack this. Why does this stuff happen? So, you've got people who attract the same partners, and whether that's abusive, whether it's the one that abandons them, or what's some common things where it's like repeating toxic partners that people repeat tracked.
Because you want to heal that part. So if that's not something that you experienced in childhood, and you experienced abandonment in childhood, then subconsciously you are always wanting to heal that part, but doing it externally with other people is not the advised way to go about it.
Yeah. So it's basically something's happened in the past.
Yes.
Usually when you're a kid,
Yes.
a lot of time comes from your parents.
Yes.
And it's some sort of traumatic event, and it could be one-off event. It could be a thing that happens over a number of years consistently. And then even though it's painful, because the brain's familiar with it, isn't it? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then it goes to, I want to, even though it's like it's painful, because it's like brings certainty to their life, they go out there and search for it subconsciously. Is that how it kind of
That's
works?
exactly it.
Yeah.
Our bodies are actually always seeking to feel safe. And it's so bizarre to think that some people's safe is unsafe. Is objectively, you look at that and go, oh my goodness, you're in a domestically violent relationship here.
It's crazy, yeah.
The definition of unsafe,
Yeah.
and yet their body has deemed that to be safe because that's all they know. And they won't know this. That's the thing. If you talk to somebody in that situation, of course they'll say, I don't want this.
Yeah.
And no, I don't feel safe. And yet their body will seek it out. And then the other thing is talking about the nervous system's capacity. So we all build these comfort zones around us. So if that person's familiarity in that zone is what they're comfortable with, in order to attract something different, you have to get wildly uncomfortable first to put in the new boundaries and to realize that what feels familiar is not what I want. And every day you have to make choices that feel really foreign in your body.
Right.
And go, this is where I feel like I need to go, but I know that I'm breaking a pattern. So where I don't want to go is where I need to go. Something terrifies me, I need to go in that direction. And that actually leads me to this really important thing. For a lot of my life, I did not know how to differentiate between a powerful no and a no coming from fear. Because a fearful no feels so strong in your body. Every fiber is screaming, no, I don't want this. I'm so scared. And that feels like a really strong no, I don't want that. Do you want to go speak at this conference in front of 1,000 people? No, I don't. But there's a difference between that scared no or I don't want to get into another relationship. I've been hurt too many times. That's a fearful no.
Right.
But a real no, a powerful, grounded no from an empowered place comes deep from your gut. And it's really steady. It's not frantic. It's very quiet. And it's confident. It's a totally different feeling.
So would you say, like, if you had to break this down, let's just say you got someone who keeps on getting into, and me being in the position that I am, like I coach men and I kind of hear the men's side, and then me being single and speaking to girls, I hear the girls' side. And then obviously you're dealing with male and female as well. What would be like, how do you, if someone's repeating these patterns and getting the same type of partners, what's like the first steps to kind of doing this?
Yeah.
You know? If you got, so how do you get, like, because you've got people that are aware of it.
Yes.
And then you got people that are unaware. Can we start with the people that are unaware? Like, how the fuck do you get aware of this if you're unaware? I mean, is it, if you're watching this, that starts to create awareness? Like, is that what it is? Like,
gosh, that's a really tough one because I think it's case by case. Some people will experience enough pain and then they just have a moment, an epiphany moment of self-awareness.
right.
Majority of the times, you need to, at the right moment in life, come across someone that calls it out.
Yeah.
Whether that's a friend that's just
True that.
outside, that's really truthful with you and calls it out and they're not enabling you anymore, or you find yourself a mentor that's able to reflect this back to you.
Yep.
It's very, very unlikely, I think, majority of the times that you just one day have something hit you on the head and you're like, oh my goodness. It's very rare. That's why I was repeating the same patterns for 10 years.
Sure.
And I was doing this work, all this cognitive work, and I was gaining a big awareness on human psychology and how other people operate. We still have our blind spots.
Well, that's what I was going to say when you're saying that. I'm like, if you got blind spots, you got blind spots. You can't fucking see them. So it requires, and that's what's great about having a coach, is your coach sees a shot that you don't see. Coach can go, hey, Luke, you're doing that. You don't know you're doing it. So until you have someone to say that, to bring that up, you're just frolicking through life, you know.
Exactly.
Just repeating.
And I've got my own coaches and own mentors because we have inconsistencies with what we say and what we do. And sometimes it takes a coach pointing out, hey, when you said this, your body language was actually reflecting something different. What's up with that? Or you say you want this is inconsistent here. There's a lack of alignment here.
What's your coach you want?
Sorry?
What's your coach you want? Is it like to do with relationships? Is it
mainly somatic work is what I'm looking at now.
Cool.
And I also just finished an additional somatic certification as I wanted to sort of upskill in this area.
Nice. You mentioned before some of your repeated patterns. What were they? Good water?
Really good. The best water.
It is the
Thank
best
you
water.
for looking for it for 20 minutes.
No probs.
Goodness, my repeated patterns. Oh gosh, I had many different repeated patterns. So maybe I'll just pick one.
Give me one.
I think when I started to do this work, then I started to see people through a different lens, and my repeated pattern was finding partners that I could fix, partners who were projects.
Yeah.
And because I had compassion for the trauma that they went through, and if they spoke to me a certain way, behaved a certain way, I would, from a loving place, understand it has nothing to do with me. It's because of what they've experienced in childhood. And then effectively, I would excuse their behavior because I had this tolerance.
Right. Okay. I was going to say, what's the bad thing about that? So it's like,
The bad thing is
in
in a
they're getting away with
relationship,
shit.
I'm not meant to be their therapist.
Okay.
You're not supposed to find a partner to save. They're not a puppy that you need to rescue from the pound. Your partner is your equal. Your partner is somebody that is at a similar level, and they inspire you to grow, and they bring things to your awareness. And there's a certain level of respect at that same level. If they're somebody that you're trying to rescue, you're fundamentally not at the same level.
Makes sense. So that's the kind of ultimately, because I was like, what's so bad about wanting to heal your partner? But I guess, is that what it is that you're ultimately seeing that you're up here and they're kind of down there?
Yes, but the other thing that you do
Yeah.
is you trample all over your own boundaries. There are no boundaries.
Can you give me like something specific?
Okay, so in this dynamic, it's more like a parent-child dynamic. If your child does something, well, you understand they're a child.
Yep.
So there's a lot more tolerance, but you're not going to accept this behavior from a colleague
Right.
who might be throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
But with the child, you might understand, all right, this is a process they're going through and they're learning and they're growing. And in a romantic relationship, when you have this dynamic and you tolerate all this behavior, you're also subjugating all of your own needs, all of your boundaries. There are no boundaries.
Right.
Okay, so if they have an angry outburst at me, okay, I understand where they're coming from. It's not to do with me. I've just allowed that.
And then does that mean it's kind of like also that if there's problems in a relationship, does it tend to be that like you're blaming them because they're the, messed up one?
No, I did the opposite. I ended up then blaming myself. So if I brought something to the table and go, hey, this really upset me because X, Y, and Z, and then they have an angry outburst or defensive reaction and they get really upset, and then you're catering to their upsetness, you totally drop the issue that you came to the table with because you're prioritizing their needs. If they're a child, you prioritize their needs. So then I'm prioritizing him and his upsetness, and then I get him to a point of emotionally re-regulating and being good, and then the initial issue is dropped and never gets addressed again. Then I start walking on eggshells and I reflect, how could I have brought this to him even better? Because obviously I don't want to upset my partner. So then I start gaslighting myself because every single thing, I stopped giving myself permission to be upset about things. So if something upset me, I would then go, you shouldn't be upset by this, so let's just figure it out on our own. And that's what started to happen until you reach the point of just overflowing.
So where's like a pattern, where does that kind of come from? Like kind of from an upbringing of what? Because you're mentioning abandonment before, right? What environment creates something like that in someone?
Probably two things. The first is the people pleaser. So I grew up in an environment where I did have to cater to everyone around me. It wasn't a very stable environment, and also love my mother dearly if she listens to this.
What's your mother's name?
EJ.
EJ.
But also it was a very unique dynamic because my mum, all my physical needs were taken care of, but when it came to the emotional side of things, just not something that she learned growing up. So then we had a flipped role growing up. I was always catering to her emotional needs and pushing mine aside. So definitely I did that. And then I would say this happened because I overcorrected. So my initial relationships were very turbulent. It was all over the shop. I just never expressed any need to begin with. So when I started doing this work, the next evolution was I'm going to start to try to express my needs.
Yes, okay.
Whilst still pleasing my partner and fawning and catering to them. And then the next evolution of that was, all right, now I want a partner that can actually hear what I'm expressing and we can have a back and forth about that. So overcorrecting is a huge one that I see as well.
Overcorrecting.
So partners, for example, that come out of very, very abusive relationships, let's say either they go into the cycle of repeating that, but if they start to do some work, sometimes they overcorrect and they get a partner that's just overly nice.
And then they're not attracted to him?
They're not attracted to them. But
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
but he's so nice.
Yeah.
And I've been there too. I'm like, oh gosh, there's something wrong with me if I don't want to be with this guy because he's so nice.
What's the thing with like the nice guy thing? Like from a woman's perspective, what's the problem with the nice guy? You know how there's like the nice guy and then there's like the typical, the bad boy, and that's the attraction thing, and it's the dude that is like ultimately the shit that you don't want. The nice guy's got all the things that you want.
Yes.
But you're not attracted to him, but then there's the bad boy attracted to him. Like, what's going on there?
That I feel
It's so weird, isn't it?
is the polarity thing. So sexual desire is created through polarity, through masculine, feminine polarity.
Yep.
And the nice guy, he's probably oozing in feminine energy. The nurture, the care, the sensitivity. And that's great. That's what we want in our girlfriends. We want a girlfriend that sits there and just makes us feel all warm and fuzzy. But that doesn't create eros. That doesn't create sexual desire. Sexual desire, if you think of it like two magnets, what I just described with the nice guy, he's, let's say, the positive side of a magnet. And then we want to be in our feminine. We want to be in our nurture and our softness. And so if you've got two soft energies coming together, that doesn't create the pull.
Gotcha. What about where, like, you know the old, you kind of initially attracted to someone for their qualities, but then you get into a relationship and those are qualities that initially attracted you end up you hating?
Yes.
What the fuck's going on there? Because that's a huge one. And there's a personal thing with that with me. So what happened there?
Yeah.
Why
Would you
does
like
that
to
happen?
give your example first?
I don't want to. I don't really want to talk about because to have respect with my ex.
Yeah, sure.
So, can I say this? It's not too bad. I mean, I guess with my ex, the initial things that really attracted her about me, she ended up not liking a lot of things. Yeah, so initial things where she's like, because I'm a bit of a crazy dude.
Yep.
Loud and shit.
Yeah.
That was like, she loved that. And then it initially started kind of bothering her. I was like, why?
Because we're designed to trigger our partners to grow. If it was just everything that we loved, then we would never grow. But the other aspect of that is, so when I was doing matchmaking, a client would come to me with the whole list of criteria and I would look at that. And then we would sit down and do an exercise.
Criteria as in this is what they want for a partner?
Yep. So let's just take the example you had. You know, this energy and this mild erraticness, right?
Put very elegantly.
Yeah, I might have someone come to me and say, "Oh, look, I want a guy that's super spontaneous."
Yeah.
All right, for every single thing in the world, for every positive, there's a negative. And for every negative, there's a positive. It's the yin and yang of life.
Law of polarity.
There's the law of polarity.
Hell yeah.
So if you tell me, I want a man who's spontaneous, I want you to look at what you're also asking for, because The inverse of that, the negative of a guy who's spontaneous is maybe he's not that consistent. Maybe he's not that reliable. Maybe he's a little bit all over the place. Maybe he's not as focused as you want him to be. Maybe there's a whole heap of things that come on the flip side of spontaneous. So to look at your criteria list properly, you have to look at both sides. So don't just give me the list of I want them to be funny and educated and have an opinion of their own and be really driven. And what's the flip side of that? Do you also want those things? Because you're getting those things.
That's good. I haven't heard that being put that way. It's so true. It's like, how often do you never do that, do you?
You never do that. I want a man who's running a successful business. Okay, do you also want a man who's probably not as available as you want him to be? That sometimes you're not going to feel like priority number one.
Interesting. So then how do you figure that shit out? Like, it's so, how crazy, like how complex is relationships?
It's so complex.
How complex is it?
It's this deep rabbit hole that you can go into. Hence why I've devoted my life to it.
Yeah. Do you know Lewis House?
I do not.
So Lewis House is like he's just like an entrepreneur in America. He's got a podcast called The School of Greatness.
I do know him.
Yeah.
I know his podcast.
Yeah. So do you know his partner, Martha? She's an actress.
Do not know his partner.
If you don't follow it closely.
Yeah.
So basically she's like I think she's Spanish or one of the Spanish countries. Actually, she's Mexican. Pardon me, Martha, if you're watching this. She's just they've just had a kid together.
Yeah.
But I think they had both before coming together. They had both had like shitty relationships and doing the typical thing, repeating the same type of partners. And then when they came together, I think they just must have been at the right time of their life where they were matured and learnt from their past mistakes. So they started their relationship with getting relationship coaching from the start.
I love that.
I was going to ask your opinion on that because I'm kind of like, I don't want to get into another 12-year long relationship, and 12 years is a long fucking time.
It is.
And fairly successful, but it's like at the end of the day, I'm 40, and if I do that again, I'm going to be 52, have another kid, and then it gets starting to get real messy, and then I'm going to be like again, looking for love again, and then repeat another 12 years. So I don't want to, this next girl, she's got to be the one that lasts. I'm going to live to 130, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
So she's got to last 90 years. She can pass before me if she wants, but you know what I mean? It's got to be like, she's got to be the one. And I kind of, when I heard him say that this is how we started relationship coaching, because what do? We do relationship coaching when it's fucked. And a lot of couples don't do relationship coaching. And from my feedback is a lot of guys resist relationship coaching, which is really fucking sad.
Yes.
Because my ex and I got relationship coaching, and even though we didn't survive from it, we went from hating each other almost to being, peaceful. And our relationship's awesome now. Awesome. And if we didn't get a year long of relationship coaching, we would have done the typical messy divorce, and our son would have suffered, and we would have suffered.
Yeah.
So I love that idea of doing it from the start.
Yes, I love that idea too.
Into it. Have you had anyone start off with you?
Well, people usually start at the very start with me, which is when they're looking for the relationship, which is great.
For sure.
But finding that person is a really important part, but it's such a small part. So once you get in relationship with that person, that's a whole other kettle of fish. I love this idea of starting early. And one of my exes and I, we did go and do a bit of relationship coaching. Yep. And for me, my key takeaway, same thing, obviously didn't work out, but that's because it just wasn't the right person. But the tools that I walked away with, just the way that you view communication and conflict and what you come out of that space with, and more importantly, how do you then reconnect? Do you have the tools to fall in love with your partner on the days it's hard? And do you have the certainty to go, I'm committing to you, and that means I'm going to choose you every day through all the seasons of our relationship. And I heard the saying that every decade we need to form a new relationship with our partner. Basically, our relationship either needs to evolve or at the decade mark, it sort of will stagnate.
Interesting.
and that relationship won't survive.
Spot on with me.
Yeah.
It's a decade.
Right?
Yeah.
And I have friends in the restaurant business who've said a similar thing.
Yep.
Every number of years, I think it was 3 years in the restaurant business, you've got to totally reinvent that restaurant if you want that restaurant to survive. So I view relationships through such a different lens now. I had this romantic notion, oh, you pick the right person, you live happily ever after. That's what Disney teaches you.
Just frolicking off to the meadows, through the
Yeah.
meadows, holding hands and
Exactly.
That's it. Easy as.
But now it's, well, love is a verb. So when you can do all the work to make an informed decision in the beginning, take your time choosing and choose well. And then once you've made that commitment and decision, then the real fun begins. And actually, it just brought this other thing to mind when you said that when you had your son, that's when the relationship, as you said, just fell apart. But that makes sense. You hit the decade and you were entering a totally new season in your life, in your relationship. And whether you grow together and that relationship evolves the way it needs to or it doesn't is the difference between whether it survives or doesn't survive.
Wow. You know, I talking about dating apps, right?
Yes.
You said something at that talk. So I met Linda, came to our apartment where we live and did this really cool talk about, I think it basically was kind of on the lines of this, like helping singles find love or something like that. And you said something which I really loved, and I've actually passed on your wisdom to a couple of people.
Thank you.
Which is and I know everyone's going to be saying this is why I wanted to bring it up, and you were talking before, I'm like, I'm going to write that point down. Dating apps. Yeah? Dating apps. Who here wants to meet their one on the dating app? Nah. Yeah. The last thing I want to do is meet the one on a dating app. Like, oh my God, it'd be nothing worse on our wedding and got to do a speech and I'm like, how did you meet? On Hinge, on Tinder, on Bumble. What's that sexy one?
The sexy one.
The sex one. I can't remember what it is, Fear or something, or Fleet.
Heard of
whatever
that
it
one.
is, you guys would know which that one is. So you said
Yes.
that actually, just you do it. You say, do you know what I'm talking about here? About
No.
caring.
About caring?
Yeah, you said that if you met the one and they're your dream partner and everything that you're wanting is like exactly what you want. Okay, it's not like it's like the old Disney World stuff where there's not problems, but it's just like love of your life. You're so in love, you're so good together, you grow together, you build a family. And then you look back and you met on Hinge or whatever, like who gives a fuck? Like seriously, would you want that? Or you can have an amazing meeting where it's like a movie and you know, you've just jumped out of a plane and you've just parachuted down, hit the ground and some dude came by and rescued you or something like that. You're like, but then you had a shitty toxic relationship, you know?
Exactly. And so that's okay. So this is I'm really glad you brought that back up. Because I hear so often, God, I hate the dating apps and I'd feel embarrassed if I met my partner on a dating app and I just think you're looking at it all wrong because it's a resource. The dating apps are a resource. Whether you want to utilize it or not is entirely up to you. If you want to utilize it, there's right and wrong ways to go about that. That's a whole other conversation. This is really through my own experience. I've been lucky enough to experience a few meet cutes, as I'd call them.
Meet cutes?
Meet cutes. Meet cutes is like a little rom-com movie moment where, and I've had a few of those.
As in
I
what?
had a guy.
Like awesome kind of...
Awesome meeting.
Meetings.
The best story meeting.
Yes.
You tell your friends and go like, oh gosh, I think I just met the love of my life.
Yes.
You know, our eyes locked on the plane. I met one on the plane. I've met
had eyes
countless
locking in the
guys
plane.
in the cafe. And, you know, there was no other seat available and you just happened to, and there was only one power outlet. You know, lots of cute things, you know. And I've had so many of those meet cutes. And back in the day, I fell so in love with that story that you then end up investing way more time with that person than you, looking back, wish that you had. But that's no different to people having the dream wedding and they fantasize about this day and what flowers, what dress, what everything, what food. But the actual relationship is shite. And the relationship was shite leading up to the wedding, but they so dreamt of this one day. That's one day. Meeting your partner is one day. It's one moment. What you build is a lifetime. Who cares? Exactly. Who cares how you meet? Don't you just want to meet them?
Yeah, I love that reframe. Don't you just want to meet them?
Hello?
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, I've passed that on to a couple of people because I was saying it. And like still even now, I just feel that I'm not going to meet her on a dating app. There's something in me that just feels it won't happen. There's some intuition, but maybe it's kind of like I'm still saying that I don't want it ultimately. But after you saying that, really, that reframed it for me. And I'm kind of like now previously it was almost like, oh, I'd be sad if I met her on a dating app. You know, now I'm kind of like, who gives a fuck? Like,
here's another reframe.
Yeah.
We meet people every day and we never ever know where that connection is going to go. So if we view dating apps the same, it's not that I'm meeting this person and I think they're going to be the one. I'm meeting this person and I don't know, we might become lifelong friends. They might have a business opportunity for me. They might have a friend who's perfect for me and I meet them through that group. They might be somebody that teaches me something or is a moment of self-awareness that I go home and go, my goodness, I'm glad I met that person. They might be someone that helps us enforce a boundary better because we met someone and go, gosh, I remember what that was like. Or no, I'm taking a stand for myself. Everyone we meet, I fundamentally believe we're supposed to meet. Just whether we want to open our eyes to the lesson that they're bringing into our life. And whether we want to be open-minded about what that encounter could be. So I've done so much online dating. So that's why I feel like I couldn't tell you the hours I've invested.
Actually, how many was it you that said you've been on heaps of dates?
When I was in London, I went on 150 first dates.
That was it, 150 first dates?
In that year.
That's crazy. What was your thinking and mindset behind that? Because I know when you said that at your talk, I didn't flinch. A lot of people were like, but I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. I think that's really cool and it's smart as well. What was your mindset around that to someone watching this and going, what the fuck? Well, why?
I was lucky enough to have the time and the energy. And also I wanted to rewrite everything I thought I knew about dating. So I threw out any of my lists and I just thought, let's just treat this as a social experiment. Also, I didn't know anybody when I moved to London. So I was also looking for friends, connections, and actually there have been people that I've met at networking events or people who I did meet through these dates who became friends.
Interesting. And what were these mainly through dating apps?
It was solely through dating apps.
And like, what was your approach around, I mean, look, dating apps is a good combo to kind of talk about for the next 5-10 minutes because it's obviously such a big thing for a lot of people's lives and dating.
Yeah.
And the single and mingling. What was your approach with booking these fucking dates?
At the time, my thinking was my type has not worked for me and what I've done so far has not worked for me.
Yep.
So let's challenge some notions and see where being open-minded leads me.
So you're going on dates with dudes and you're just kind of like, some of them where you're like, I'm not even interested in this dude, I'm just going to do it.
Or I'd have a preconception about somebody and I'd go meet them to challenge that preconception. Majority of the times, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Whatever idea I thought, there were dates I was really excited about that flopped. There were dates where I dragged myself to go out and I had a really good time.
Yep.
And so this is the period of my life that I call just throwing random darts and hoping one lands.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point of the experiment. And then that made me realize, okay, the apps are a numbers game, which then I'm not suggesting that you go out on 150 dates. it's a lot of time invested. I'd say majority of people with their full-time jobs do not have the time or the energy to go do that. But I'd like to say I did that so you don't have to.
Layla Hormozi.
Never heard of her.
You haven't heard of her?
No.
You haven't heard of Alex Hormozi?
Nope.
He's like the big marketing dude?
No. Oh.
No?
Nope.
No.
But it is a funnel. Effectively, I
Yeah.
was figuring out the online dating apps funnel.
Well, they talk about, I'm pretty sure Layla, because Layla's his partner, and she's a big marketing girl as well. And they have, even though they're marketers and they help businesses grow, they do talk about their relationship, because their relationship is very, the way they tackle their relationship is very foreign to the traditional relationship. Like they're, I guess because they're so business mindset, like it's almost like their relationship is super businessy, if it kind of makes sense. So they're interesting to watch how, initially I was kind of like, it's unhealthy. And I'm sure there are parts that's unhealthy, but there's some really like stuff where initially you kind of like, it doesn't seem right, but you're kind of like, you know what?
But it might work for them.
Yeah. But she said that she went on, I think she did 100 dates until she found Alex. So it works. They're together and they're a really good couple. I
have a different philosophy now, having done that versus how I, met my partner now. It was a very, very, very different approach, and it's all around embodiment now.
Yeah, how did you meet your current partner?
Also online.
And was it talk about this different approach though?
Yeah, but it was it was just easeful. So when I was doing 150 dates, that was very effortful. Yes. That's like a full-time job. Really, it was a full-time job.
What dates were you going? Like, is it like just meeting, or were you doing dinners and stuff? Were you doing everything? Like,
I started to condense it down to just a quick drink or a coffee.
At a
certain point, you're like, I'll do another dinner.
10 drinks a fucking day, 10 meals. You're like, by the 10th one, you're like, hey. Just one drink.
No, I learned I needed a quick exit strategy, and I don't like lying to people, so I needed a way. It wasn't too inconvenient. I'd stay the socially appropriate amount of time. In my books, that was about half an hour, I think is polite.
Okay, and then were you telling them on the spot, I'm not interested, or were you like doing it through text? How was that happening?
I hadn't quite evolved to being honest to their face at that point yet.
Yeah.
Because that's a hard conversation. You get all sorts of reactions, and you got to... So when I evolved to that stage, I've actually got a really funny story. This guy did not, my first ever one where I decided, all right, I'm a grown up, come on, let's have this conversation. He did not take it well. We spent the next half hour arguing about why I should be attracted to him and why I couldn't possibly know that I wasn't.
Sure. I mean, if you think about it, if someone hasn't done the work, getting someone to reject you like that, it's like, even if you have done the work, like getting rejected by someone still probably does hit a little bit of like, we just want to be loved.
Yes.
As soon as someone says no to you, you get a little bit of a tingle. And if you haven't done the work at all, like, wow. So it kind of makes sense that shit like that would happen. Did it make you stop doing it in person?
No.
You kept on doing it?
Just made me become less awkward at doing it.
Yeah.
It's that first time I had a lot going on in my body as well.
Sure.
And it came out so awkwardly that it actually sounded like I was inviting him back to mine for pizza and Netflix. Because the way it came out, I was daydreaming about going home and just being by myself. And so the way it came out when he was proposing a whole evening of plans was... I was more thinking of Netflix and pizza, but I didn't say alone. So he said, yeah, that sounds good. I've just really stepped in it.
Far out.
Yeah.
That's funny as. So you did your 150.
Yes. Okay.
Have you written a book yet or what?
Well, actually, I spent the last week writing a bit of a guide and manual. I haven't really figured out what to call it yet. But I'm going to start spreading this guide.
It's a really cool thing, you know what I mean? As in to put a part of your story. And it's always like, the odd things you do in life are the ones that you always bring up. The really uncomfortable, odd, out-of-the-box things are the things that you talk about for the rest of your life.
Yes.
So, peeps, don't fuck conventional and do something fucking full on, because you always speak about it. Like I think about, I did 7 Days of Silence, always something I always talk about.
You should check out a thing called Bridge and Extreme.
Bridge and Extreme? What's that?
Just Google it.
Bridge and Extreme.
Bridge and Extreme Leadership. And I am in no way affiliated, so this is not
Bridge
marketing.
and Extreme. It's not Preston.
It is.
It is Preston. Yeah,
One of the best things I've ever done.
There you go. He's really cool, Preston.
It's nothing like you think it's going to be, because I've done these things before. I've done conferences and seminars and workshops.
Yeah.
This, I went into it because a friend had recommended, my friend and my business partner actually had recommended it. And I'm like, I'm open-minded, so I'll do it. But my attitude was, I think I know what this is about. Like I don't think it's going to be life-changing at this stage.
Yeah.
It was life-changing.
Yeah.
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 So holy, nothing can prepare you for it.
Yeah, my ex-boss did it.
Oh yes.
He was telling me about it.
And the
I'm
thing
like,
is, I heard about a few of the exercises too before I went into it.
Yeah.
Still doesn't prepare you.
Still doesn't prepare you.
No,
Yeah, for sure.
does not.
He said that he got up in front of everyone in the nude,
Yep.
took his pants off.
Yep.
And he's just like, and he was like, I think Preston was chatting, and he just had this thought. He's like, I've got to get nude. And he took all his clothes off and just walked up in front of the stage, didn't say anything, and just like stood there. And I'm like, what the fuck? He goes,
My friends are like, are you sure it's not cold?
Yeah. Oh my God. So that gave me a little bit of a glimpse into like the wild shit that probably must go on in there.
Everything just builds on the next. Because there's certain things that I said going into it, I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yep.
And my friend said, that's fine. No one's forced to do anything they don't want to do. But then you get in that room and you're like, I'm doing this.
Yeah, fucking hell.
I'm doing this.
That's sick.
So, I think it's good to challenge yourself, maybe not to this degree, but do something every day that scares you. Just one thing.
What were we talking about?
Dating with ease.
That's it. So you've gone from 150
Right.
dates and it's
150
work and effort
dates.
to dating with ease.
Yeah.
What's the shift that took place there?
150 dates I did was very cognitive.
Okay.
I had a spreadsheet going.
Spready. The old spready.
Journaling. I was writing down what I was observing. And don't get me wrong, that's so necessary for a certain part of
That's
the journey.
great. So you had all the list of dudes
Yeah.
and you're just writing down, little notes about them and stuff like that.
Learned a lot. Learned a lot.
Wow, that's so good. Well, I've got a list of girls, but I
Yeah.
don't have anything to your level. So you've one-upped me. I thought I was a little bit weird for having a list. But
Oh, it was mega weird. Yeah. But, scientists and geniuses in their fields are a little bit obsessed about their topic.
for
They
sure.
go to sleep thinking about it. They wake up thinking about it. That was me.
Yeah.
So I was doing this job long before I was doing this job. I was just so obsessed.
Yeah.
Also because I just so wanted to find my person. And looking back, again, wasn't ready. I was nowhere near ready. So the journey to it becoming easeful is first releasing any notion of any timelines or any expectations of what should have happened by now or what I wish has happened, and looking around and seeing what you don't have. You got to release all of that. And my spiritual journey then helped me really get in touch with the universe in the sense of I can now release the need to control and surrender. And surrender to the wisdom of the universe and divine timing and all these things. We affect so much in our lives. When you run your own business, everything is go, go, go and structured, and you've got to plan and step by step. And I realized I was approaching my love life the same way, but it doesn't work that way.
Yep.
And so trying harder, it doesn't work that way. So actually releasing was step number 1. Step number 2 was becoming embodied in all the energies that I wanted in my life so that it was already in my life. What would happen when we're looking for someone to bring things into our lives that we desire that we don't have? For example, my life is boring and I want someone to bring excitement. You meet someone that brings excitement, you don't want to let go, because the minute they leave, they take all the excitement away with them, and you're left with this emptiness, and you're like, damn, I'm back to this life I don't like.
Yeah.
So building the life, everything I wanted in my relationship, I made sure that I was integrating that into my life just by myself, so that when somebody came into my life with the same energy, we are playing with each other's energies, and it's not you're bringing something into my life that I don't have.
Yeah, so it's not like it's you're not clinging on from desperation. It's almost like, I've already got this.
Yep, and you're bringing more of this?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
Great.
I love that.
And then there's this like dance that happens. It's not they're bringing their energies to fill a void anymore. It's like, I've got my energy, you've got your energy, and they like play together. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, you were saying before that you so wanted love.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people watching, listening to this are in the same boat, and they're like, I just want love. I just want love.
So
but
you've got
that whole thing is going to be pushing it away, isn't it?
Yes.
It's the desperation.
Yes.
And then if you're so wanting love, are you more likely to take on someone and accept shitty parts of them, not have as many tight boundaries? Is that generally how it works?
100%. And when you do come across somebody that has what you desire, you will repel them with your desperate energy.
Yeah,
You will. It's not attractive.
Yes.
It's not attractive to meet someone they just worship the ground you walk on. And I'm not saying that you can't be an absolute advocate and cheerleader for your partner. It's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying there's a difference between, oh my gosh, I so respect and admire you, from the same place. Not, I'm down here and please bring all this into my life and save me.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've felt that before, and it's unattractive.
So unattractive.
It's unattractive.
There's nothing less erotic.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like literally as soon as you get a sniff of it, you just go, get away from me.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. And you pushing them back, they then go harder back.
Even, yes.
And it turns into, you can just feel the panic, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And it's just like, it's not nice.
And I've experienced that in my youth too, where I was that person. So I'd meet somebody and
you were the clinger type thing. Yep.
Pop them on a pedestal. I was like, oh my God, this is everything that I've been asking. I've manifested it.
Yeah.
And then maybe in the beginning I was myself, and so the attraction was there. But the minute that flips, the panic, suddenly you don't know what to say, you don't know how to be, you're not yourself anymore, you're not in your own energy, you overthink everything. That's when it dissolves.
Shit.
And then you make that mean something about you. I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that.
So if someone's in that position right now, and they know they're in that right now. They're like, they've met, it was all good.
Yep.
Now it's getting to the point where they're getting a little bit needy.
Yes.
And exactly that scenario that I described is starting to happen. What should they do?
Step number 1, take 10 super grounded meditative breaths. Just take whatever action you want to do. Messaging them, checking in, checking their socials, sending another message, whatever it is you want to do. Just take 90 seconds, take some long, slow, grounded breaths, and then ask yourself, is this action coming from love, or is this action coming from desperation, need? Is there something I'm wanting from them that I can give myself in this moment? That's step number 1.
Great.
And then the second step is, anytime I started to feel that, I remind myself, how can I pour this attention that I'm desiring and this energy that I'm putting into trying to get that, how can I pour that back into myself? There's something that I am needing right now. There's love that I'm needing, reassurance that I'm needing. How can I learn to give that to myself first and foremost?
Awesome. Well, can we finish off on, guess how long I've been chatting for?
No idea.
Hour and 20 minutes.
Really?
Hour and 20 minutes. Let's finish off on, let's go at dating apps, and let's go dating app tips. Dating app tips. I'm going to start with mine. I'm not saying I'm pro, but I've definitely got some tips because I kind of see, I have heard feedback about guys' profiles and I see women's profiles. From my point of view, something that I do, which definitely gets attention, because you got to think, and what I find fascinating about the dating apps thing, is that I've got a sales background and it is literally sales. Like it's literally.
I'm exactly the same.
And like I've going through being single again and kind of coming into this world. Initially, it was so weird, but then I'm like, this is just like getting
marketing.
leads. It's marketing.
Yeah.
And I started treating it like a bit of a game, and I was getting like, oh my God, this is so fun to do.
Yeah.
Tweaking little things and then noticing the differences. I've got this. Not going to share it today because we're going too long. But because I come from the era where there's no dating app, so you just go up to a girl. So I'll walk up to a girl and talk to her. Yeah.
Yes.
And kind of when when it was a little bit warm, when I first came single, I walked in the beach and I just walked up to girls on the beach and adjusting my approach. Like I got a first no. And I wasn't like, I was like, man, this is exciting. Went to the next girl, got another no. It took me 5 girls to get one yes. And I was like, by the kind of the third or fourth, I kept on adjusting my approach, what to do. And I reckon I've got a sick approach now. And like, this is so fun. I'm like figuring out like what to do and change. It literally is like marketing and sales. So one thing I will say is that what I found with the dating apps is that curiosity will lure people in. So you got to think about it. The mindset of someone scrolling, there's millions of things, right? Now, obviously you got to have great photos. We all know that, right? But that's the next step apart from the photos. It's like the little prompts and the things that you write on, right? So that's the next level we go. So you got great photos, cool. By the way, don't use those. Do you know, I've seen those AI things. Have you seen
gosh, do not.
Oh my God.
Do not.
I'm like, I see that on the
so bad.
newsfeed. I get angry looking at it.
Yeah.
And it's like showing a dude and he's got like, he's kind of fat and he's like, pinch your abs in. And then it's got girls and it's like, grow your boobs 5 sizes. And I'm like, I've met a couple of girls where they don't look like their profile. And it's just like, it's a waste of fucking time.
Yeah.
Like you just go there and you're like, okay, well, like this is a waste of time for both of us. So don't do that shit. Curiosity. So what do I say? I've got one thing that I say, which 30% of women who like me will say this same thing.
Okay.
I made this up myself, this thing, which I reckon is pretty cool because I know a lot. And you can use ChatGPT to get all this stuff, yeah? What did I say? I'm probably going to ask you questions you've never been asked before. It's like... interesting. Oh, everyone wants to get a question they've been asked before.
What are you going to ask me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that works.
I would say 30% of women that like me will kind of have that little comment on there saying, it might be like, go on then.
Yeah.
Or I mean like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
I mean like, I'm ready for my questions. So I would say you got to create curiosity. Yeah. You got to think about whether it's a girl or a guy, whatever you're doing, right? You got to think about the mindset of the person you're trying to attract. They're on their phone using it, and there's just endless people looking at photos, right? We know that you got great photos. The next level is that you've got to do something to catch their attention and stand out. Curiosity is the thing. So I love that little marketing thing.
I love that.
Oh my God, it's just like the hook of
Yeah.
a video, create curiosity. So I'm like, it's just the exact same. So I got excited about that shit once I realized how this dating game had changed, because before it, you just kind of walk up to a girl and it's like, that's just how you did it. You started chatting to them. You didn't have 1,000 guys standing behind you. It was walk up. You don't really have any competition. So just the fact of walking up and doing your thing, if they kind of like you, it works. But now that you've literally got competition, so you got to do something to grab their attention. Is there something that you can think of?
Yeah, exactly. So exactly that. You just, the actual first part is so impersonal. You just want to get your foot in the door to actually start a conversation that might lead to a connection. That's all it is. So
that's the most important thing you're saying, because like it's almost like you got to start it.
you got to start it.
Yeah.
So yes, serial our decision-making process was the way that I looked at it. Yes, you're walking down an aisle, there's thousands and thousands of cereal boxes. I'm not picking each one up and reading the details. So a mistake that women make all the time is it's so content heavy. Men aren't reading this. And it's also written tailored to other women. So it's super like fluffy, and it's almost like a resume of or like a job advert. You know, I want all of these things.
Yeah.
Guys aren't lining up going, yes, I want to apply for this job. When they're scrolling. So that's a mistake women make. And then men, terrible, terrible photos. But also in this world, what are other ways that you can pop out? I love curiosity.
Fish photos.
Fish
What
photos.
are the fish photos?
Haven't heard of that. Oh gosh,
Come on,
please,
the
no fish photos, no bedroom selfies, please, no gym selfies either.
Yeah.
And no like pouty lip photo, no severely filtered, there's love hearts and things flying around.
Those ones.
No.
Why are you doing those fucking love heart things? And the doggy, you know, the dog ones?
Oh gosh, no dog tongue out
No
photos.
dog tongue out photos. Oh, yeah.
People want authenticity and they want to see it quickly. And so how can you communicate these things visually fast? Super fast. Don't try to appeal to the people who are not going to be your market as well. So yes, will like a beautiful, sexy bikini photo appeal to a lot of men? Yes, but are they necessarily the men you want to attract? If the answer is no,
100%.
don't put a bikini photo on there.
100%. I've told a couple of girls this before because they've asked for feedback, which I really respect that, because it's like, what a good person to ask, because I'm a dude looking at profile. If you're a girl and you've got your tits out and you're showing skin, you're going to attract me from I will sleep with you, but you ain't going to be my wife. That's such a big one.
Huge one.
Yeah.
So, that's a key thing. When it comes to marketing and we want a bigger catchment, just look at, is that a catchment that I actually want? Yes, you're increasing your leads.
Sure.
But they're not good leads.
Yeah.
They're not good leads. And then with
good leads.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
With
bad quality leads.
With men, just I know that men don't really typically ask their mates, hey bro, come take a photo of me.
Yeah.
But you just need better photos.
Yeah.
You need better photos and little prompts that are fun and playful and spark a bit of curiosity.
Yeah.
Women just want to see that you put a little bit of effort into your profile.
Sure. What's like, is it a matter of like, because obviously the ChatGPT thing, I'm just trying to think from someone who maybe isn't cluey with this type of stuff. You know what I
Two
mean?
more things I just remembered.
Yeah.
You want to stand out and be different, put a voice prompt in. Firstly, if your voice is unattractive to someone, meeting them is not going to change that. So it's good for filtering too.
Yeah,
put your voice on there. And if you can, put a video on there. Put a video of you doing something that you love. For me, I had a tennis serve on my profile. I am by no means a good tennis player.
The tennis serves hooked him in.
But it's something I was learning to do and I loved it.
Yeah,
And so I'd pop that on, or a video of me dancing salsa, just something that shows that you are in life participating in things that you love. And that's also when you're most lit up.
Awesome. All right, well, this has been awesome.
It's
been
been
so
lovely
good.
chatting.
Oh my God, there's been so many
much
things
fun.
on this. So many things. We could definitely do another one another time. So thank you, Linda.
Thank
If
you.
anyone wanted to find you, where can they find you? What's the best platform?
You can find me on Instagram at Linda Lee Coaching. I've got a website, lindaleecoaching.com. I've got LinkedIn, Linda Lee. The main ways.
Bang.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.